everyone.
What's going on, guys? Unofficial MCU here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have an update for the Agatha Coven of Chaos show. That being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop right on into it. In this video, we are going to be taking a read from the Direct's article. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. I definitely feel like it's been a minute since we've last heard something about this upcoming Disney Plus show, so to hear something about it and get a little bit of a tease for it is quite exciting. As the article reads, WandaVision actress Catherine Hahn perfectly described the star-studded ensemble of Agatha Coven of Chaos. The upcoming Disney Plus series will feature the return of Hahn's Agatha Harkness alongside exciting MCU and newcomers and returning WandaVision characters, such as Deborah Jo Rump, Miss Hart, and Emma Caulfield's Dottie. Those are other, townspeople that appeared in the WandaVision show. Recently, Aubrey Plaza, Joe Locke, Ali Ann, and Maria Dizza are among the new actors and newcomers who will be joining the Agatha in her thrilling journey in her Disney Plus show, but it is unknown which of them will serve as allies or enemies to the titular witch. And even then, I'm trying to think really hard. I don't think we've ever had any kind of a solo project, whether it's a movie or a Disney Plus show, focused on a villain. Now, of course, you might think Loki, but he's kind of gone from a villain to a good guy in that show, so I'm kind of curious on if we'll see the same thing here for Agatha, or if she'll remain a villain there, and then for her next MCU feature, whether that's going to be a Disney Plus show or a movie, probably a movie, if she'll be a big bad in that, or kind of go to being a hero instead. Now, recently speaking as a guest in the Drew Barrymore show, Agatha Harkness actress Catherine Hahn talked about the upcoming WandaVision spinoff, Agatha Coven of Chaos, when Drew Barrymore reiterated to Hahn that she's the MCU's Agatha. The Marvel actress noted that she loves the character so much, admitting that this is exactly the part that she should be playing at this stage in her life, saying that in full quote, Miss Barrymore says that, "I mean, you're doing Agatha right now. You're Agatha." Hahn says, "I know, I love her so much. I love a witch. I feel like that this is exactly the part I should be playing at this stage of my life." Ending that quote right there, we can really just see how excited she is to be there, to be within the Marvel Cinematic Universe for one thing, and kind of just taking it all in. And I really do think that they have bigger plans in store for this character of Agatha going forward into the future of the MCU, even outside the multiversal saga there at the same time as well. And so, as I had also mentioned there, going outside of the show here for Agatha as well, maybe seeing her in a movie as well, I think that this overall show is going to do a lot with setting things up for that as well. Now, recently, Hahn hyped up the spin-off show's cast as well, describing them as the hottest coven on the planet, which of course would be a coven refers to a group of witches, saying that in full quote on the Barrymore show, "I gotta tell you, we got the hottest coven on the planet in the show. I'm very excited for all of you to see this coven." Ending that quote right there. When Barrymore told Hahn that she feels like the actress will not say any spoilers about Coven of Chaos, the WandaVision star responded with yes, before teasing that it continues to unfold in ways that are surprising to her even, saying that in full quote, Barrymore says, "I was grilling you about it last time. I was like, are there any secrets, any spoilers? Obviously, that Marvel universe, I feel warned you that you cannot say a word." Hahn responds with, "Yes, and in fact, I know less than I did last time. It continues to unfold in ways that are surprising to me even. I can tell you it's in outer space this time," and Barrymore says it is. Hahn responds with no, and to reference that, saying that this show would actually have scenes or take place in outer space as well, instead of on Earth. Which to a point, I do kind of feel that's not going to be possible. Witches in outer space in the MCU feels a little too far-fetched to a point, but it's the MCU, and you can never really tell all that much with it. Hahn fooled around with Barrymore to avoid spoiling anything about the series, ultimately mentioning that the show is a silent film at one point, saying that in full quote, Barrymore asks, "'Cause that looked like Sabaruba," with Hahn replying with, "Yeah, right, exactly. We keep saying we're just gonna make up different locals for it every time, and we talk about it. So this time, it's going just to be completely different. It's gonna be a silent film this time. There's gonna be no talking at all in this Agatha this time at all." Kind of teasing at the point that there's going to be maybe different time jumps around in this show is kind of like what I thought about this, but other than that, it just feels like the two of them are kind of joking around with this overall project here. In a separate interview with Sirius XM, Catherine Hahn continued to dodge Marvel snipers and their spoilers as she was pressed for answers about the WandaVision spin-off. When asked if she is done shooting her scenes for Coven of Chaos, Hahn hilariously repeated Sirius XM's questions while also reiterating that the show has a very, very hot Coven, saying that, in full quotes, Sirius XM says, "We're living for Agatha, Coven of Chaos," which is going to be the spin-off, and you just want to know, are you done shooting? Are you in the middle of shooting? What's happening? Where are we? With Hahn essentially replying back with the same thing, like mocking them to a point, saying that, where are we? Where are we? Where am I? Is the question. I don't know what's going on. We're in the middle, and I have a very, very hot Coven. I could not be more excited to share this group with the planet. Ending that quote right there, she's at a point of where she just doesn't want to spoil or anything, and of course it has to go alongside with the NDA contracts and everything like that they sign, Marvel actors and cast and crew and everything like that, so they aren't talking about anything into the regards of spoilers, something that Tom Holland always feels like that he's just kind of ignoring to a point. But when it does come to spoilers for the Agatha Coven of Chaos show here, rather, it feels like that she's very tight-lipped when it comes to like spoilers or like slipping up and trying to spoil anything. The article continues by reading that, is Hahn afraid of what's Marvel snipers, which are people that are trying to put dodgy questions out there essentially to make you slip up and spoil stuff. The actress doesn't seem to be fazed by them whatsoever, saying that in that same interview with Sirius XM, "I saw you looked over as if like a Marvel sniper was right there." Hahn replied with, no Marvel snipers, only in my own mind," ending that quote right there. Sirius XM shared that, "If I saw a rumor that the orphan star Isabel Furman is reportedly a part of the Agatha Coven of Chaos show." When asked if this is true, Hahn replied with, admitted that it was the first time that she had heard of this rumor and overall claim, saying that, in full quote from Hahn, "This is the first time I've ever heard of that. Anything could happen. I don't know. Listen, we could be in outer space. The entire thing could be underground. I don't know." Ending that quote right there. Once again, referring to like outer space, which I kind of find weird. Like witches in outer space to a point just doesn't feel like it makes sense all that much. But hey, it's the MCU like I had mentioned, and I feel like that maybe has the potential possibility to play somewhere into the whole Skrull invasion and everything that we're seeing in the Disney Plus Secret Invasion show, and also with the Marvels movie as well. We really are at a point of where we're seeing like two different versions and variations of the MCU to a point. It's either this hero's like far out in like outer space, kind of like the Marvels, or they're more down and grounded essentially, like we're seeing with Spider-Man and those kind of heroes like Daredevil. So kind of going forward and seeing like for the next Avengers film, the Kane Dynasty, how they're going to bring that like all together is something I'm very interested and intrigued to see here. Now, this all being said, the article continues by saying that who will win between Agatha and the Coven? Catherine Hahn's excitement in introducing the hot Coven of the upcoming WandaVision spinoff is a promising development. As I had mentioned earlier on in this video, a Coven is in reference to a group of witches. Whether or not she would be a part of that group or not, be against them or something like that, is kind of up in the air. We don't know exactly. Given that the show is filled with the MCU's newcomers, Hahn's boost for the cast is important since it could lead to the curiosity among the fans. Moreover, the actress' consistent mention of the Coven may hint to the group's importance in Agatha. In Marvel Comics and in WandaVision, the Coven had a score to settle against Agatha, as we had seen in the WandaVision flashbacks to the origins of how Agatha came to be, really. In the Marvel Comics and in WandaVision's show, the variation of the Coven had a score to settle against Agatha after she had betrayed them by practicing dark magic. Early rumors had suggested that Agatha will be freed from Wanda's spell, as we had saw at the end of the WandaVision show, indicating that she will either try to find out what happened to the Scarlet Witch or get sidetracked by a different mission involving the returning Coven, who could be seeking revenge against her once more. I'd also like to quickly point out that at the end of Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I feel like this is something that's not really talked about all that much, but we seem like to see like what seemingly would be the death of Scarlet Witch. She's like crushed by like a big building, and like we see just like all this like red magic kind of go out. It feels like she just like imploded or exploded or something like that, and that would be the end of her. So maybe that has something to do with Agatha and the Coven of Chaos and how we're going to see that pan out as well. But really only time will tell. I don't really think that Marvel Studios killed off Scarlet Witch or anything like that actually, but I think that they're going to make a deal out of it in the Agatha show, and then bring her back somewhere in that show as well. This could mean that there would be an eventual clash between Agatha and the Coven as well will happen, leading to interesting ramifications for the MCU's mystical side, as well as also playing into with everything that Doctor Strange as well has going on. He's not necessarily a witch, but more of a magician type. Anyway, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all looking forward to seeing with the Agatha Coven of Chaos Disney Plus show. What are you guys hoping to see with this in the future of the MCU? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one, guys. This has been Unofficial MCU. Peace out.